Stan Lee is perhaps best known for taking Marvel Comics and turning it into a huge multi-industry powerhouse. And if not for that, then definitely for being that old man who shows up in Marvel movies and makes all of the nerds in the audience clap their hands with glee as though they're in on some sort of inside joke. Recently, Stan Lee told reporters that he agrees with a leaked Sony Pictures email that stated that Spider-Man should always be white. He said, "We originally made him that way, and I don't see any reason to change that." He said he doesn't see the point of changing an established character when you could just make up a new one. He said exactly, "I say create new characters the way you want to. Hell, I'll do it myself." I, for one, would absolutely love to see Stan Lee try to create a character by himself. It would be a first. Lee says that making Spider-Man black, which by the way he is now in the comics, would be akin to making the Black Panther character Swiss, which is weird because I don't know if he knows this, but there are black people in Switzerland. Although he's right that it would be weird maybe for a Swiss person to adopt the character name Black Panther because they probably wouldn't know much about the Black Panther movement. Although if you were to relate that to Spider-Man in this instance, then what Stan Lee is saying is that he doesn't think that black people in New York City would really have any understanding of what a spider is. If, on the other hand, he actually meant that it would be like making Black Panther white, then black is in Black Panther's name. That's how essential it is to his character. And we're not talking about a comic book character called Whiter Man, so it doesn't really apply here. Being white isn't an essential part of Spider-Man's character, as we know from the notes and actual words of the creators of Spider-Man, who were, if you're wondering, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, and a bit of dialogue thrown in by Stan Lee, none of which I don't think was, "Boy, I'm super white." Here are a few of the characteristics that were essential to Spider-Man, at least according to the creators when they were building him. Number one, that he was a teenager. Teenagers becoming superheroes is a classic now, wish fulfillment. Number two, that he is a science nerd. Again, more wish fulfillment. He's the geeky loser who suddenly has the ability to best every jock in the school. And number three, that he gains the powers of a spider, super strength, great agility, balance. And you may be thinking, well, what about the ability to shoot webbing out of his ass like a spider would? Well, he didn't have those originally. As he was designed, Steve Ditko designed him some really awesome artificial web slingers that he wore on his wrists. Peter Parker made those himself using the aforementioned science nerdery. He later mutated the ability to actually shoot webs out of his wrists, not his butt, unfortunately. But according to Stan Lee, that means he should have always just had artificial web slingers. He should never have mutated because that was an important part of his character as he was made. But that's not how comics work. Comics go on for a very long time, and as such, they pretty much have to change in interesting ways to keep us reading them. And so Spider-Man changes. He mutated that ability. He later lost that ability. He regained a dead aunt. That's the way comics work. So while Lee may have a great point that it would be awesome to see brand new characters who are more than just straight white men getting bit by things, he has to admit that he is a central part of an industry that's dragging around 40-year-old characters and introducing them into new media and then rebooting them over and over and over again instead of retiring them and actually letting new characters thrive. So with that in mind, maybe he should take a look at his own comics for inspiration and give us Miles Morales in a Spider-Man film so we can finally have the Spider-Man we've always wanted, played by Donald Glover, shooting webs out his butt.